This video is brought to you by Chaim Pripas from Voyage Prestige. Look, I've traveled to the far ends of the world, from busy cities to tiny towns that you've never heard of, and I know firsthand how important it is to have someone who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to travel. Flights, hotels, transfers, Pesach programs, family vacations, yeshiva trips, it's exhausting. That's where Chaim comes in. He puts together full travel packages, handles every little tiny detail, and makes sure that your trip actually goes the way it was meant to, smoothly, so you can actually relax and enjoy your trip. Whether it's a family vacation, a Yom Tov program, a corporate getaway, reach out to Chaim Pripas at office@voyageprestige.net, and trust me, your future self will thank you.
A Torah Anytime original series.
A few years ago, I found myself standing on top of Monastery, a mountain in Spain just outside of Barcelona, staring at the famous monastery carved straight into the rock, 4,000 feet in the air. The place is completely breathtaking, an entire village built into the jagged cliffs on a mountaintop. Now, this place wasn't built there by accident. It was designed specifically to be a remote, inaccessible, detached place from the world. And the goal of these Christian priests was simple: to get away from life as far as possible. No families, no careers, no noise, no responsibility, just stone walls, silence, fasting, and isolation. And Monastery wasn't even the most extreme. Across history, monks and priests did things that sound almost unbelievable. Some lived alone in caves for decades, barely speaking to anyone. Some took year-long vows of silence, so strict communication only with hand signals. Some wore chains under their clothes to stay uncomfortable. One famous monk, he lived on top of a pillar for 37 years with no shelter and no privacy because he believed that the further he got from human life, the closer he got to God. This wasn't like some fringe behavior. This was their philosophy. Holiness, they believed, comes from withdrawal, from shrinking life, from escaping desire, from running away from the world, which is why priests can't get married, which is why family was seen as a distraction, which is why monasteries were built on mountaintops and deserts and caves instead of cities. The assumption was simple: real holiness can't survive real life. But Judaism rejects that premise completely. Judaism says the opposite. Holiness is not found by escaping life, it's found by sanctifying it. Marriage is a mitzvah, raising children is a mitzvah, building a home is a mitzvah, earning money honestly is a mitzvah. The Pope is not allowed to be married. The Kohen Gadol must be married. That's not a coincidence, because in Judaism, holiness that can't survive responsibility isn't holiness at all. The physical world isn't the enemy, it's the arena, it's the testing ground, it's where we're meant to inject holiness. And here's the point. A lot of people think my life gets in the way of me and Hashem. The traffic, the kids screaming in the backseat, the emails that never stop, the ridiculous chats that never end, the bills, the deadlines, the dishes in the sink, the phone that won't shut off for 10 seconds. And we sometimes start saying things like, I'd rather be more spiritual if life wasn't so busy. I'd be closer to Hashem if things would just slow down. I'd learn more and daven better and focus more if I didn't have all this going on. But that's the mistake, because you don't need to climb a mountain to be holy. You don't need to disappear into a cave. You don't need to escape your job and your family or your responsibilities. That's how monks think. That's not how we think. Because Hashem isn't waiting for you after the traffic clears. He's with you in the traffic, watching how you react. He's there in your dining room when your kid tests your patience. He's there in your boardroom when you speak honestly in business. He's there when you put the phone down for 2 minutes and actually listen to someone who's trying to talk to you. He's there in your life when you choose calm over anger, and integrity over convenience, and kindness over ego. Other cultures ran away from life to find God. Judaism taught us that God is waiting for us right in the middle of it. The chaos isn't blocking your avodas Hashem. That chaos is your avodas Hashem.